Waheguru Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ki Fateh. My name is Gursant Singh, and I want to read for the Sangat two very important letters that may indicate that the Yogi Bhajan people are at least recognizing these many violations of the Sikh Maryada that have been going on over there at the Yogi Bhajan Dera. Now first, this is a letter from Satpal Singh, who is the son-in-law of Yogi Bhajan. He takes a leadership role there and sort of acts like a mediator between the Yogi Bhajan people and the Akal Takhat. He says here, September 5th, 2015, Dear esteemed members of International Khalsa Council. Now the Khalsa Council is the Yogi Bhajan organization that oversees a lot of the actions and practices and the policies of the Yogi Bhajan people now that Yogi Bhajan has died. He says, Dear esteemed members of the International Khalsa Council, Sikh Dharma International, and other organizations started by, he says, Siri Singh Sahib Ji. It's actually just Yogi Bhajan. They still use this fake title of Yogi Bhajans. Waheguru Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ki Fateh. Satnam, I'm glad to hear that in the upcoming meetings later this month, there will be discussions regarding various serious matters that have been raised against our organizations that challenge the teachings and legacy of our beloved teacher, Yogi Bhajan. And in addition to the allegations mentioned in the recent letter by Sardani Sahiba Gurjotkar, Secretary General, CEO of Sikh Dharma International, Khalsa Council, there are many others that have been brought to my attention from time to time. These include the photo of the naked lady portrayed on Sanadamkar's Kirtan Swela Bani, worship of Hindu deities, publicly and in the homes of leaders of Sikh Dharma and their students, several complaints against practices at MPA, which is the Midi Pidi Academy there in Amritsar, which is run and founded by Yogi Bhajan's organizations, and various Sikh Code of Conduct violations by MPA students and staff, complaints against MPA students smoking and drinking liquor in public, many instances of dancing on Gurbani Shabds, including to Sanadamkar, and Gurmukhar's chanting of Guru's Bani, idol and stone worship by Sikh Dharma members, / teachers, and many more such practices. Now these Gurmukhar practices, I've been posting about her doing these idol worships and Hindu pujas there in Paramatma Kirtan Ashram there at Rishikesh. And please visit some of my other videos where you can see all of these un-Sikh-like practices that she's been doing for many years now. This Satpal goes on to say, I get many reports, complaints, pictures, letters, and proof of Sikh Code of violations by Sikh Dharma International members and teachers from City Akal Takhat Sahib, SGPC, DSGMC, and other Sikh organizations in India and USA. I've defended and clarified them to the best of my knowledge and ability, but seek your assistance in combating these ongoing problems. I personally received the initial complaints from the office of City Akal Takhat Sahib and spoke to him extensively during my travel with him across the USA recently. This was the Jathedar's visit during the summer when he visited the West Coast. Satpal was with him most of the time. He, the Jathedar, has assured all support, but warned us to take control of these complaints and rectify them. I'm in constant touch with representatives at an upcoming international interreligious conference this month. I also urge the International Khalsa Council to instruct their members and their respective communities they represent to uphold the tenets of Sikhism and adhere to the strict code of Sikh conduct, the Sikh Maryada, which, by the way, Yogi Bhajan never talked about when I was in 3HO, the Sikh Maryada. Now, Satpal says, when Yogi Bhajan was alive, these issues were never major problems, and if there was a slight problem, it would be remedied promptly by Yogi Bhajan. Well, the reason there was never a problem is because never anybody knew about the Sikh Maryada, and there was no social media, so these were never exposed. That's why there was never a problem. It went on all the time anyway. Don't let them fool you about that. And by the way, I think these letters are all private. They were sent to me by somebody that I know that is still in contact with 3HO people. Satpal goes on to say, in today's day and age of electronic and social media, news spreads like wildfire, and we need to take serious notice of these allegations and protect our organizations and our Sangat worldwide. We do not need to counter the campaign by this former student of Siri Singh Sahib Ji, who to my knowledge is being instigated and funded by various groups to continue this negative movement against SDI, 3HO, and other Sikh Dharma organizations. Well, he's clearly talking about me, and I'm not funded by anybody. I use all of my own time and money to get the truth out. That's all I want to do here. He, talking about me, has the help of certain Sikh groups in India and USA. This is not true. I'm not funded by anybody in India. It's all done on my own volition. I do not know of these groups which can be handled to stop further damage to organizations. Of course he doesn't know about them, because there are none that are funding me. Last year I did speak with SikhNet and Sikh Dharma International officials and requested them to come up with a strategy to discredit this individual and stop him. Yeah, but what they did is they tried to block all of my YouTube videos and block my Facebook pages, unsuccessfully, by the way. There were many challenges to my YouTube videos that they sent in, but they were all rejected by YouTube, and the videos still remain. But my requests were overridden, and I was told that we should just ignore it. With all due respect, we cannot just ignore it. We have solutions that we can counter this negativity against us. If we just sit without taking any action to ignore these negative campaigns, people will start thinking that these are true, and allegations will turn into facts in their minds. These are all true. Look at the pictures, Satpal Singh. Look at these un-Sikh-like practices that are happening there in 3HO. I was with it for 30 years, and I can definitely attest to them. I know we can do a lot and stop this individual from spreading further negativity. Please be aware that there is a serious negative campaign being brewed against us in Northern California, New York, and Canada. Additionally, several groups in India have come into the foray by joining the negative movement of Wake Up Sikhs and other such websites propagating against us. I suggest that Sikh Dharma International set up a separate division to handle these issues, and also a department to handle Indian PR, just like Yogi Bhajan did during his lifetime. The PR wing would be responsible for inviting and hosting Indian Sikh leaders and other important VIPs to our events, and keep in constant touch with them about our activities and events around the world to promote Sikhi and other teachings of Yogi Bhajan. I have from time to time brought to the attention of Sikh Dharma International the urgent need of this PR department, but my suggestions have been outweighed, and I am constantly told that there are no funds for these activities. Well, SDI, and this is talking about Sikh Dharma International, other organizations, will have to find funds and establish this department as part of the legacy and continued promotion of Yogi Bhajan's teachings. SDI needs to interact more with Indian Sikh leadership in India and when they visit USA. Recently, the president of Delhi Gurdwara Committee, S. Manjit Singh, GK, and chairman of Dharma Prachar Committee, S. Paramjit Singh Rana, visited USA and were in Los Angeles. They wanted to visit Guru Ram Das Ashram and meet with our Sangat members. Despite my emails to several SDI officials, I received no reply. I then called upon Sardar Gurdeep Singh Malik and requested him to host them and also take them to the Khalsa Care Gurdwara and give them a saropa, which he did. It does not cost anything for SDI to invite these officials and give them a saropa and have them address our Sangat at Guru Ram Das Ashram. The fact is that the Yogi Bhajan people are very racist against the Punjabi Sikh community. This was completely widespread when I was in 3HO. They do not want to have anything to do with Punjabis. This is a fact. It will only strengthen our relationship with Sikh leaders in India. By the way, there is no honorarium required for such officials, and we're staying in hotels. With friends, so budget and money is not the issue. I am on my own doing whatever possible I can to maintain our cordial relationship with the Sikh leadership as directed to me by my teacher and master Yogi Bhajan. I will continue to serve as long as I can to uphold his legacy and his reputation. I propose that SDI seriously looks into establishing this PR department and involve members of Yogi Bhajan's family. With all due respect and apologies, please bear in mind that the Indian Sikh leaders in India, USA, and globally will listen and respect the immediate Indian family members of Yogi Bhajan more than an American Sikh student, leader, teacher, official. Just like an American Sikh will listen more to their American origin counterpart. Similarly, an Indian will listen respectfully to an Indian member of Yogi Bhajan's family. Yogi Bhajan's family is completely corrupt as well. You can see pictures that I've posted there with Yogi Bhajan's wife and his family in doing a Hindu last rites ceremony for Yogi Bhajan there at Pramatkhari Ashram. The Swami putting Yogi Bhajan's ashes into the Ganges. They're completely corrupt too. Satpal goes on to say, such is the psyche of Indian American minds. Yogi Bhajan knew this well and would always send his immediate family members, including Bibiji, that's Yogi Bhajan's wife, Gulbir Singh Ji, that's Yogi Bhajan's son. Now it's interesting, he doesn't even mention Yogi Bhajan's older son. So maybe something's happening there with some rift there. Or myself to handle critical crisis with the Indian leadership. I propose that Sikh Dharma International considers appointing Sardar Kulbir Singh Puri to head this department and be the main person in charge of interacting with the Sikh leadership. He's not only the Yogi Bhajan's son, which the Indians greatly respect, but he's also a very social person with great ability to make friends and win hearts. He has many inherent leadership qualities and represents an image of our teacher and master, Yogi Bhajan. Prayers and blessings to our mission to the legacy of Yogi Bhajan. May Guru Ram Das bless us all. And he uses this fake title, Bhai Saba, calls himself Bhai Saba Pal Singh. P.S. If anyone would like to add any comments or discuss this matter, please feel free to contact me. Well, I've contacted Satpal many times and he's never written me back. So obviously they're taking this whole adversary strategy here. They've never contacted me. They refuse to make any kind of dialogue with me or any kind of discussion with me or other former followers. Anshion Vikram Singh is another person who is trying to engage with them as well. But they refuse, these Yogi Bhajan people refuse to talk. Here's another letter from this Guru Jodhkar, who's evidently the Secretary General of the Khalsa Council. She says, September 5th, 2015, dear esteemed members of the Khalsa Council, Sadnam and blessings to all. Notice she doesn't even say Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. And coming up here at this 19th, there'll be a conference in San Jose, Gurdwara, which I attend. I will be attending, and I invite all Sikhs to attend in California. We'll see if Guru Mustak, who said he's coming, and this Ekon Karkar from the SikhNet, see if they'll come, if they'll even return our fatehs or answer any of our questions. Anyway, so this Guru Jok goes on to say, Satnam and blessings to all. I am writing to encourage all Khalsa Council members to attend our upcoming Khalsa meeting, which will be held on September 23rd, 26th in Espanola. At our meetings, we will be addressing a number of serious matters which have arisen over the past few months. There's been an aggressive slander campaign aimed at damaging and discrediting the teachings and legacy of Yogi Bhajan and our organizations. This is not slander, what I'm doing. This is the truth. If you look up the definition of slander, you see it's propagating false information. These are true information, it's true photographs. I've not photoshopped them in any way. These are true photos. And my testimony is true as well, that I'm relating about what is going on there, what went on there for 30 years. And the only reason it's not coming out is because there was no social media when Yogi Bhajan was alive. This campaign, led by a former student of Yogi Bhajan, has escalated through his social media efforts. Well, I'm glad to see that it's had some effect. And it's not just me, by the way. It's many other Sikhs, thousands of Sikhs, are really concerned about this. And instead of these Yogi Bhajan people engaging with us and discussing it, they just delete and censor our posts and will refuse to discuss these things. On July 1st, a complaint signed by 3,000 Sikhs was presented to the Jathedar of the Akal Takhat. And this is talking about Surjit Singh's efforts there in Amritsar, where he's started this website called Wake Up Sikhs. You all might want to look at that. It's very good. On July 1st, a complaint signed by 3,000 Sikhs was presented to the Jathedar of the Akal Takhat, portraying us as being disrespectful to the Guru and to Gurbani. The issues cited were dancing and doing yoga to Brani. BBG, this is Yogi Bhajan's wife again, spoke with the Jathedar, and he said he did not wish to issue a formal edict, hukamnama, against us, but he wanted to be sure that we have proper decorum in regard to the Guru, Gurbani, and Gurdwara protocol. Additionally, on August 11th, the Hamburg Ashram received an objection letter sent by the Delhi Sikh Gurdwara Management Committee regarding the engraving of the Mool Mantra on the stairs leading to their yoga center. This engraving, while having been there for over 20 years, was suddenly objected to by the local Gurdwara in Hamburg. The Delhi Sikh Gurdwara Management Committee threatened to initiate legal action if the floor tiles were not removed within 7 days. News of this was posted on Facebook and was carried on multiple Indian TV stations. The ashram community quickly responded, and the situation has been resolved. These incidents are being taken seriously and raise broader issues and concerns that affect our organizations and sanghats worldwide. Our nonprofit organizations, Sikh Dharma International, Yogi Bhajan Corporation, SikhNet, SDEI, KRI, and 3HO, these are all tied in. They are all funded by the same sources, by the way. Let there be no doubt about it. I have been meeting together to identify and discuss the issues and come to a common understanding of how we can move forward collectively. The Khalsa Council will be fully briefed about these and other issues at our upcoming meeting. As per feedback following our last meeting, this upcoming meeting will be more interactive, with much more time for members to discuss the issues, share their perspectives, and to develop a collective strategy in dealing with them. Our next generation members will be fully involved and play a vital role in developing our decisions and actions for the future. We encourage all of our Khalsa Council members to attend and fully participate in these important meetings so the Khalsa Council can truly fulfill its role as a leadership body for our Dharma. She says, may the blessings of God and Guru be with all you always. Bless. Blessings, Guru Jokar. Never Fateh. Well, Guru Mustak has recently, who's the director there at SikhNet, has threatened to sue Sikhs like myself who've been putting this critical information out there about Yogi Bhajan and the un-Sikh-like practices that are happening. And they have not at all approached me or any of the other Sikhs to try to engage in some kind of mediation, which would really be the best thing to do. Sit down and talk with us. That's all we want to do. We don't hate Yogi Bhajan's group. All we want to do is we want to get the truth out. We want them to change and become good Sikhs. So I invite any of these people, Satpal or this Guru Jot or the Khalsa Council, I'll be happy to go there and talk with them about what I know and what I experienced when I was with the Yogi Bhajan group for 30 years. And I would hope that they would accept my request to meet with them. At this upcoming conference on the 19th in San Jose, Gurdwara, there's another opportunity where we could meet with them as well. It's local for me, and I'd be happy again to meet with them there too, or I'll even, like I said, I'll even fly to meet them wherever they'd like to meet. Thank you for your time, and I hope you watch some of my other videos, and let's really give the support to have some kind of mediation. I'm really happy to see that the Jathedar has actually talked with them about this issue. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.